for this special briefing on the state visit of the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to India. The visit commenced yesterday and will go on till 8th of August 2025. This is the first visit of President Marcos to India in his official capacity. The visit is significant as it comes as we mark the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations with the Philippines in 1949. During this visit, both Prime Minister Modi and President Marcos have agreed to elevate the India-Philippines bilateral cooperation to the level of strategic partnership, aimed at furthering our engagements across a vast number of sectors, including political cooperation, defense, security and maritime cooperation, trade and investment cooperation, healthcare and pharma, cooperation in science and technology, space, connectivity, digital economy, fintech, consular matters, culture, tourism, people-to-people exchanges, and closer cooperation on regional, multilateral, and international issues of mutual interest. We have also adopted a plan of action for the period 2025 to 29 to guide our cooperation under the elevated strategic partnership. President Marcos is accompanied by the First Lady, Luis Araneta Marcos, and a high-powered delegation comprising 14 ministers, senior officials, and a large business delegation. On his arrival in Delhi, he was accorded a ceremonial reception at Rashtrapati Bhavan this morning. This was followed by a visit to Rajghat, where the President paid respects to Mahatma Gandhi. President Marcos then held wide-ranging and productive bilateral talks with the Prime Minister, initially in the restricted format and then in the full delegation format. The Prime Minister also hosted a lunch for him. President Marcos will be meeting Rashtrapati Ji during this visit later today. The Honorable Rashtrapati Ji will also be hosting a banquet in honor of President Marcos. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, also called on President Marcos yesterday. Several agreements, MOUs, were concluded and exchanged during the visit. There were 11 of them. 14 of them. These include mutual legal assistance treaty in criminal matters, a treaty on transfer of sentenced persons, terms of reference on negotiations for the India-Philippines Preferential Trade Agreement, terms of reference for service staff talks, Army, Air Force, and Navy, enhanced cooperation between Coast Guards, statement of intent on cooperation in space, cultural exchange program, a program of cooperation in science and technology, an MOU for cooperation in digital technologies, and an implementation program for tourist cooperation. To commemorate the 75th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations, Prime Minister Modi and President Marcos also jointly issued a commemorative stamp themed on the national flowers, lotus for India and sampagita, a variety of jasmine on the Philippines side. We are happy that direct flight connectivity between India and the Philippines is likely to be operationalized in the coming months. India has announced gratis e-tourist visa for Philippines nationals. The Philippines has made visa-free entry possible for Indian tourists up to a period of 14 days. We expect that these measures would bolster our tourism exchanges, commercial linkages, and people-to-people interactions.